my camera rig?
Who are you?
SmallRig sent me to make sure you don't mess up. You need to do this 6K Pro Rig Build video now.
SmallRig. I'm sorry. I'm not making another how to build my rig video. I'm not stooping that low.
We have methods to make sure you follow this directive.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not making another rig video.
Do not test us on this.
Literally, there is nothing you can say to make me make a rig video for you.
About $10,000 and a lifetime supply of Monster Ultra Energy. Would that be enough?
Rigs! Everybody's favorite topic, camera rigs, because there's nothing wrong with camera rigs. Everyone loves camera rigs. Today we're going to be talking about the 6K Pro and how I like to set up my rig. And of course, I have to warn you that this video is sponsored by SmallRig. I was forced to do it. I was forced into being sponsored, and none of the following opinions are my own. If you guys have watched my content long enough that you know I have always loved SmallRig stuff before I had even like 500 subscribers. You can go back, see some of my early videos was on it, and for the Pocket 4K, and it's all completely built with SmallRig pieces. I like SmallRig. It's what I've gone for. So when they reached out to me and asked me if I'd make another video for the 6K Pro, I said, you know what? I actually just was about to do that. I already bought all your stuff. So I tell you what, I'll make a sponsored video for you. They would give me an extra cage to give away to one of my lucky viewers or subscribers. So check in the description for some details. We're gonna have a competition to give this away in a future videos. Still figuring out what it is, but don't wanna miss this. So let's get into how I set up the 6K Pro rig. If you remember, I like to travel super lightweight, run and gun. I like my rigs to be set up. And honestly, having a cage on this has protected my cameras before. This 6K Pro's internal ND filters currently do not work because of American Airlines dropping that on the tarmac and then me not having enough time to file a claim in time. So my internal NDs are stuck. I'm gonna be trying to fix those on another stream. But this thing fell on the tarmac, the ND filters are broken, blah, 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 but the cage protected it. Let's get into building this cage. So first off, we got this. Sorry guys, I might have had one too many energy drinks today. This thing, one thing I really appreciate about this new cage versus the Pocket 4K and the 6K Pro ones I have is they actually already have a slot for the solid state drives down there. And per usual, they have the fun little compartment down here for, well, maybe they don't. I guess I don't. My bad, never mind. So the cool thing, I love how they have the screws built in here so they don't fall out. But one thing I really hated with the other one, and I'll just put this together when I'm talking about it. One thing I really hated with the other one was the fact that you take it apart and the screws kind of are just all loose. So the only screw that's loose on this one that goes away is this top screw. And the bottom screws stay in place so you don't have to worry about losing them. So there we go. Really love this like wooden front piece. I think it's a nice aesthetic to have on this Switch. My next thing would be I added on this SmallRig wooden handle again. Really easy to attach to the side. I really liked having this on here. I've actually had, last time I had a commenter who angry with me for actually putting this here on the left side because they're like, why do you reach your arm around to hold and focus rack? How do you do it? I was like this? I don't, does anyone come around, maybe it's just me. Does anyone hold your camera like this, come around the side and do this with it? Don't you want base of support and this if you're doing handheld with it? That's what I do. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. You guys tell me. Anyways, I like having this handle here because A, I'm starting to list things now. A, it looks really cool. So style is always a good thing. B, it gives me something extra to hold on to, especially when I'm, running around and doing run and gun stuff and it's something off the camera. So if I really just need to grab something, I can. It also gives me another area to put either a screen or a lot of times I like to put microphones on this if I'm doing something like real quick, or if I need to throw on like a lapel mic or something, just throw it like right here so I can see it and then kind of go from there. But that's honestly why I like having this. Also, it comes with this nifty little compartment for a hex screwdriver or a hex, which is incredibly useful to have. I lose them all the time, as I'm sure you do. The next piece I got from SmallRig, and I had to actually adjust how I did this. If you've seen how I use my Pocket 4K rigs, you know that I like to put my batteries up on top here because it makes it easier for me to pack everything, and I like having access to my screen, and it just works. It doesn't work in every situation. Is it the best balanced rig in the world? No. Feel free to roast me on it. This is how I like to do it for run and gun. I've tried multiple configurations. This is the one that's worked the best for me over the course of several years. Not several years with this, but with the Pocket 4Ks. And I in general kind of like it. So in this one, I had to buy a different one because the other, see, I already lost it. Or the other V-mount, I guess I should say what this is. This is a V-mount attachment for V-mount batteries to go onto. The last one I had issues fitting on this one because it was too wide. So I managed to find another one from SmallRig to fit onto here. And it's actually really nice. See, does that, puts the battery right on top. Generally how I like it. So even though you get a little bit more weight on this side, a lot of times I'll add extra things on this side to give it a little bit more. And I just generally like this. It keeps the battery up here. It keeps it out of the way of everything I'm trying to do. I just like it. Is it the best design ever? No, but it works for what I do. And I always encourage you to experiment with it. But some of the shoes just show you different parts that they have. I also got this too, in case I didn't love having my solid state drives down here in this bottom compartment, just because this one right here. Sometimes they don't really have normal screws on it. It's hard to get things in and out if I need to, because a lot of times I like to switch out my hard drives and then dump things while I'm still filming. So it kind of made it a little hard for me. So I did get this, which is literally just like a quick thing that'll clamp right onto your solid state drives. It can go into this shoe plate right here, or in the shoe plate right here. I do have other ones that I could use while I use this one. I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna test around with it a lot and see whether or not I like having this up here or not, because I don't generally use an external monitor with my camera. So we'll kind of go from there. And then this little extra piece right here, which is just to keep the cables. And I've noticed this on the Pocket 4K a lot, and I'm sure a lot of you have these too. It just keeps the cables, the power cable and the USB cable, from pulling too much and pulling on the actual connector piece, because at some point the internal stuff's going to break the more and more wear and tear and pull on it. So this kind of reduces some of the stress on those end pieces. But did you guys know that there's a war going on between the Pocket 6K Pro and the Pocket 4K, and that it's animated to be like anime? Go check out that in this video right here, where the Blackmagic cameras turn into anime cameras for no apparent reason.